This is the best money I spent on technology in 2024. Mike here with Tectonic Systems, and this is the Steam Deck OLED. And why is this the best money I spent in 2024? Well, because it's been one of the most refined experiences that I've had with technology in a long time. And it's allowed me to take my Steam games with me when I travel, or if I want to chill on the couch while continuing a game using cloud saves on the Steam platform, I can with this. It's untethered me and allowed me to go on the gaming adventures I want to, no matter where I am. The hardware platform itself is what I would consider an amazingly engineered and high quality piece of hardware that speaks volume to the capabilities that modern hardware has afforded us. The OLED screen on the Steam Deck is a 1280 by 800 1000 nits capable brightness screen with a 90 Hz refresh rate and a touch screen with a 180 Hz polling rate. And as we know from my video of the Asus PG42UQ monitor, OLED is an experience that can't be missed when it comes to gaming, and the Steam Deck delivers that same OLED color experience with this screen. Moving on to the button layout and ergonomics, it's clear there was a lot of thought put into these subjects because your hands fall exactly into the place they're supposed to and in reach of every button that you're going to need. Now, the joysticks are not Hall effect, so stick drift may be a concern in the future, but Valve has made it easy to replace these sticks as a consumer, which is an incredible thing in today's sealed and designed to be thrown away electronic era. More on that a little bit later. Now, these joysticks also have a capacitive touch sense that can detect when your thumb is on the stick or not. A unique feature, and if you get a Steam Deck, I would recommend downloading Aperture Desk Job to see how this can be implemented in a game among how to use all the other features of the Steam Deck. Below the thumbsticks, there are touch pads that have some of the best haptic feedback I have felt. They can also serve as a D-pad, so they do serve a multifunctional input purpose. You also have your traditional 4-button pad on the right-hand side and a traditional D-pad on the left. There's also traditional L1 and R1 bumpers and L2 and R2 haptic triggers. All of the buttons feel high quality and the haptic triggers feel really nice as well. On the back here, there's actually 4 extra buttons where your fingers rest, providing a very Xbox Elite-esque controller feel, which I really like. You also have your more traditional start and select buttons similar to the view and profile buttons on an Xbox controller. And there's also a dedicated Steam button to bring up your Steam menu, and a settings button down here to bring up dedicated settings. So Valve gets a lot of credit here because they've made it extremely easy to tell what games are compatible with the Steam Deck, which means you can launch the game and immediately start playing with no changes to the settings and everything natively works. Since the Steam OS that is running on the Steam Deck is underlying Linux, there are some compatibility issues with games, but again, Valve does an excellent job calling those out, and it doesn't leave much to guessing. For me, the library of games is great, and it continues to grow as time goes on. I played quite a bit of Baldur's Gate 3, which worked flawlessly, as well as No Man's Sky, and I'm planning on playing quite a bit of State of Decay 2 in preparation for the 3rd. Come on, Undead Labs, let's see something soon. But I mainly bought this to play more open-ended games like 7 Days to Die, No Man's Sky, and games that are very similar to that I can hop in and out of easily when traveling or just wanting to play a game not at my desk, as well as games that are not meant to be amazing graphical experiences, as this is where the Steam Deck really excels for me personally. You can play long single-player story-driven games with no problem, but I prefer those experiences on my PC. That said, I did finish Baldur's Gate 3 on it because of my degraded CPU, causing the game to crash on my actual PC pretty much constantly, and it was still a great experience on the Steam Deck. Valve also makes it very easy to see your system's performance with built-in frame rate displays so that you can hone your graphics settings to get that smooth experience you want. I'll typically lock it to 30 FPS on more graphical intensive games, as that works well with 90 Hz, as it will display each frame in that 1 second period 3 times, so it helps even out the 30 FPS experience and make it seem a bit more smooth, and it does reduce the input lag. The case that comes with the Steam Deck is extremely nice, and it has an insert that you can remove to reduce the footprint if you don't need the protection of the outer shell. So it's a really nice way that they designed this, and don't think I've seen a case like this before with another product, but I really like this and think that it was designed extremely smartly. The only downside for me with the Steam Deck is the battery life in certain games. Now, your highly graphically intensive games that are making the Steam Deck work really hard, your battery life can be as short as about 2 hours under those high continuous loads. Unfortunately, that is kind of an expected situation for handheld systems like the Steam Deck, which is why I decided to pair it with an Anker 27,650 mAh battery bank that provides plenty of extra playtime. So I don't have to actually be tied to an outlet. That way, if I'm traveling, I can still be mobile and game if I want to. I'll leave a link down in the description to that Anker battery bank. I think that's an amazing battery bank in general. I really like it quite a bit, but it does serve an excellent purpose with the Steam Deck. So why is this the best money I spent on technology in 2024? Well, let me ask you a question first, and it might explain it. Have you ever made a purchase and then never thought about the money spent on it again? Yeah, that's exactly what this purchase was like for me. I never looked back after buying it, and I've been enjoying it ever since. And for me, 2024 was more of a slower year when it comes with technology. I know we did have one build last year with the $1,000 gaming PC, but outside of that, I didn't purchase too much technology. This was one of the major purchases I made, and this purchase was by far the best purchase I've made with technology in quite a long time. I say that in terms of return on investment or value felt. For me, it's just one of those purchases that was an excellent choice for me, and I don't regret it at all. So that's why it gets that title for me for 2024. Now, a little more on the repairability side, and that's that Valve teamed up with iFixit and offers replacement parts and comprehensive guides for the Steam Deck, which is incredible. I don't feel like I have a degrading time bomb in my hands when it comes to the battery, the joystick, or even if the screen fails. I've got that peace of mind that even out of what Valve warrants, I'll be able to keep this system going for as long as I want it to. With all that said, that's all the time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video about the Steam Deck. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.